Hey guys, welcome back. So as you guys know, someone from Sally's close friends leaked her ultrasound photo. She went into detail about how it happened and who did it, although she did not mention any names. A lot of people were speculating and trying to find out who on her close friends did it. Many people were pointing the finger at her best friend Gabby. Turns out they were wrong and we now know who it was. So the person responsible for getting the photo out of the group chat has spoken out and told her side of the story. But before we get into what she had to say, I do want to add that there has been some back and forth between Sally's best friend Gabby and this person. Many people feel like Gabby is being a mean girl and they are kind of dragging the situation out. So for starters, Gabby has been throwing a little bit of shade with her TikToks.
I like pretty bitches like me too. She a mad hoe. I looked her up, she ugly too.
So Gabby made it very clear that she would never and did not leak the ultrasound. Celys commented under Gabby's post and said never thought it was. Now Gabby made it very clear that she thought the person's @ should be dropped and Raylene agreed with her, along with many others, and as you guys can see, Gabby responded and said yeah, she need to learn a little lesson. So while they didn't drop the @ the person who did it did speak out and shared her side of the story. So apparently this girl Genesis sent it to her cousin and her cousin is the one who leaked it. Now, like I stated, there has been a lot of back and forth between Genesis and Sally's best friend, Gabby. After Gabby seen Genesis' video, she made her own video and responded. So we will get into all that in just a moment, but first let's hear what Genesis had to say.
Video that a lot of you have been waiting for, and I'm just tired of all the commenting and all the back and forth, and like it's honestly really annoying. I don't know how people deal with all of that, but I mean, not that it gets to any, like, it doesn't get to me, but it's just one thing to comment about something that you know what you're talking about, and then another thing to comment just nonsense because you're just making up or running with whatever else you're seeing online. So I'm just gonna start with the fact that no, I haven't paid anyone to remove anything. That's number one, and I would never pay anyone to do anything on social media for me when it comes to like removing or posting or whatever. Like, I honestly find that stupid. Okay, in regards to a page that was made just for this tea and it's called Updates, I don't know if it's up still. That's not the point. There was a DM that was sent and there was a screenshot of it, and it was basically saying that that I sent my cousin to do it in order to cover my tracks, and that I asked my cousin to do the dirty work for me. That never happens. First of all, I did not even tell my cousin to do anything. I was telling her out of happiness because she had already spoken to me about Justice's past, because she knew of Justice before I even knew who Celys was. So to her, it was like, oh yeah, can you believe that this story is so sad? Like, he thought this kid was his, and I was like, oh my god, that's so sad. And then obviously, like, fast forward, Celys posts that close friends thing. So out of happiness, literally like being so genuine, I was just so happy and excited about it because one, she was my friend. So I was like, oh my god, like, my friend's having a kid, like my friend's having a baby. So I mean, even though me and Celys, like, we're not like super close, she was still like a really good friend of mine. Like, I at least would consider her a really good friend of mine. So, and like she said in her previous video, like, it was always a good time with us both. I was very supportive, very genuine. Like, that's just who I am. Obviously, my cousin turned something like that I was coming off as happiness and like just being happy for my friend into something so ugly, but that had nothing to do with me. Like, I didn't even know. So yeah, I did end up cutting off my cousin, but let me just get back to that after I'm done saying what I need to say. The same DM continues to say that my cousin said that I have been jealous of Celys' success, clothing brand, and relationship with jcook. If that was anywhere near true, Celys herself would have seen it, and she would have not have said those good things about me in the first post she had ever mentioned about when she said that, like, she really thought that I was a good friend, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And just to be clear, I've never been envious of Celys. Like, literally ever. Like, I don't hate on anyone. I literally do not hate anyone. So that just doesn't make sense. And the fact that I was always supportive of her and like her business launch or whatever, and like just everything else that she did, like, I was just here for it all. And I also want to say that telling my cousin was like me telling my mom. Like, it was just something that, like, I wanted to express like just like, oh my god, like it's like mom, guess who's pregnant, like oh my god, I'm so happy, whatever. And like I don't expect it to go anywhere because that's my mom, and like I know better than that, you get me? Like my cousin stepping out of that and just doing the most for what she did had me in shock. Like I think I could ever forgive her for that, to be honest. Like that's not something, like family or not, you just don't do that. And not only that, but she was someone really close to me, not really close to me, but I would tell her a lot of my life, and she does know a lot of my life, and she alone knows like how dirty I've been done by a lot of friends. So the fact that she went ahead and did me the worst right now, like out of nowhere, is a lot. And like obviously it's not something I'm used to coming from my own family, I guess. I don't know, like I don't know if she's envious of me, or if she was envy of my friendship with Celys. Like I don't know. And like I just would never expect that, because like the last thing you want to expect is your family. To clarify, when she DM'd, so Celys ended up sending me the proof of it that my cousin sent it, because I was caught so off guard, right? So when Celys said that I left her on red and I didn't get back to her, and then she had to send me something else, it was because I called my cousin fast, because Celys was like, oh, do you know this girl? And like when I saw my cousin, I was like, whoa, like what a small world. How did she even know? Like I was lost. I didn't even know anything was going on. So I was like, did you like say anything about Celys' pregnancy? Because that's not what I'm expecting. Like it's someone's pregnancy that you don't even know, so why are you even speaking on the topic? And she was acting super lost on the phone, like so confused. And I'm like, dude, like this is not a coincidence. Like she's asking me for a reason, so just tell me the truth, because like why are you lying? I don't understand the need of lying. I personally hate it, because like, not that I lie, I hate when people lie to me, and the fact that people lie in general, because I just find it so stupid. The truth always comes out regardless, so like you might as well just say it as I'm asking you. Literally, my cousin's here acting clueless on the phone. I'm blowing her up because she's like, oh, I'm at work, I can't really talk right now. And I'm like, did you say anything? She's like, oh, I can't think. And I'm like, you can't think? Like what? It doesn't take rocket science to find, like, to remember if you said something this important to someone, like at least one person. Like what do you mean? So I'm texting her and I'm like, I don't get it. Like you had to have said something. Like what are you hiding from me? Like I don't understand. And then the last text she had sent me was that like, no, I can't remember, I can't think right now, I'm at work. And then she also said, no, I only told my little sister and my stepsister, but only, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. And in my head I was like, what? First of all, why would you even say anything? And two, as Celys sent me the proof of my cousin DMing not one but two pages, one on Instagram and one on TikTok. I don't know if it was the same person, just different social media platforms. Celys mentioned in one of her videos that as she was waiting for a reply to me and I was calling my cousin was the one that was like texting the T page, because the T page got back to her and was like, whoever you're texting right now, it's that person, because now they're texting me. But I was in shock. I was like, you just told me, you only told. And mind you, I went off on my cousin. I would include the text if you guys want me to. I don't care. In the DM, my cousin stated, oh, the person who sent it to me is really close to Celys, so I don't want her to find out, or I don't want it to get back to her, or I don't want her to know it was me, something along those lines. So when I read that, I was like, wait, so this whole time she was trying to hide it from me too. And mind you, I think the picture was posted March 18th, if I'm like around there. She had told the page the following day, like. And then when I started seeing the comments on Celys, like the TikTok she was posting at the time about like, oh, someone leaked her close friends, someone leaked her close friends, I was like, what the hell? Why would anyone do that? Like in my head, obviously I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. Like my cousin obviously didn't announce this to me. So I was like, why would anyone do it? So I texted her and I was like, dude, this is so sad. Like, why would anyone expose something so like important to a girl? Like a pregnancy is a pregnancy. It's not a joke. And I'm not gonna lie, this is where I was a little sus, but not yet expecting anything out of it, because in my head I was like still clueless. Like I still didn't know anything at the time that I was getting this information. So I sent the TikTok and I was like, bro, 30 people only, and like it got exposed. Like this is sad. This is so sad. And the first thing she mentioned was wanting to go to church more, that she wanted to get baptized, that God has been calling her name for a while now. And in my head I'm like, like that's strange coming from her, because that's not like her, or like it's not common to hear from her. But I'm like, okay, like this is so good, because I still don't know anything. Not only that, but In the Instagram DM, I had already explained how that went, and then on the on the TikTok DM, she basically made sure that the person got the picture, and that's what threw me off the most. Like, she went out of her way to make sure this person, whoever is behind the T page, got their hands on the picture. They were like, oh, I can't accept it, you have to follow me or whatever. And she was like, oh, how can I send it to you? Like, that to me was crazy, because why is it that you wanted them to have this picture that bad? Like, what did Celys ever do to you? What did anyone ever do to you for you to want that for somebody? She ended up not replying to any of my texts. I stopped sharing my location with her. I basically told her I don't want anything to do with her, and if she ever needed me, to not look for me, because I was not going to help her. And I obviously explained myself to Celys the best that I could, the same way I did here. And I know deep down, she has to know that it's not, I didn't mean that at all. Like, I'm genuinely, like, I would have never done that to no one, not her, not anyone. But I do understand why she's upset and the way she went about it, because as a first-time mom, that's something that's supposed to be special, and my cousin ruined that for God knows what reason. I also want to address the fact that I did say no repeatedly in most of my comments that you guys were leaving on my pictures or reels or whatever. TikToks, because the majority of the comments were like, oh, why would you leak it? Or was it you that leaked it to the T page? Why would you send it to T page? And I personally would never and did not do that. So I didn't want to say yes, it was me who sent it to the cousin, and then no, but I didn't send it to the page, because one doesn't make one better than the other. They're both just as bad. But this is not a behavior that I support, and I don't plan on forgiving her. And I don't know if I've cleared everything. I think I have, but I did apologize to Celys a few times, and that's really all I can do. And then just give her space for now, because I don't want to stress anyone out, especially a pregnant girl. So that's just what it is.
So after Genesis posted that video, she got a comment from Celly's sister-in-law, Anna. As you guys can see, Anna said, hey, this chapter already ended. Can we all move on from this instead of constantly bringing it up? Please and thanks. Genesis replied, I completely understand that, but unfortunately the hate didn't end for me, so I did need to say something. I also captioned this saying it was the only time I was going to speak on it, and it's been the only time I have said anything about the situation, so I'm confused, but okay. Gabby then stepped in and said, I completely understand, but unfortunately the hate never ends for Celys, and she will never get that crucial moment in her life back, so to be honest, speaking on it and playing victim wasn't necessary. Genesis said, I can imagine, but she posted about the close friends last night, so it was still going. I needed to say my part as much as she did. Nobody played victim. I clearly said my cousin and I were both in the wrong. Now, like I stated, Gabby did make her own video addressing Genesis' video. So here's what she had to say.
Unfortunately for everyone, I like to yap. I don't keep my mouth shut, and this is about my friend. My friend isn't going to say none of these stuff. I will. Whatever she don't want to say, I will say it. Don't worry. I'm in my car right now, so excuse like all the weird lighting, but anyways, y'all know my best friend Celys. She's super nice, super sweet, doesn't ever hurt anybody, but yeah, people love to be weird towards her, and she's always the bigger person. She is not going to act out of character. She is not going to bring attention to anything. Me personally, I'm in the chats, I'm reading everything, I see everything. She's always telling me, you know, Gabby, maybe don't comment on certain stuff. And I stay quiet, but today we got the approval. I'm gonna just go ahead and get straight into it. First of all, to the video made about Celys, the girl who leaked it, whatever. Good for you, I guess. Like, at the end of the day, if that story wasn't screenshotted, we would not be where we are right now. I just want to put that out there. I understand that you did that with no ill intentions that we know of, right? But whatever. But let's just keep that in mind. If you never screenshotted it, none of this would have happened. You feel me? Like, me personally, I'm on hella people's close friends. I never screenshot anything. It got nothing to do with me. I'm just there to, you know, like, watch and support my friends. The only time I've ever screenshotted anything in anybody's close friends if it was a picture of me or it got something to do with me. That's how you mind your business, okay? Anyways, number 2, you're over here crying or like saying, oh my god, I'm so shocked, like I didn't know it was my cousin or whatever. But you literally, I'm gonna pull out the receipts. There's literally comments, and she told Celys that the girl has always been weird. The cousin has always been weird. Literally comment. I'm also her cousin. I don't talk to that cousin anymore because she's fake and does everyone around her dirty. And she commented, I know that's right. If y'all know this about your cousin, why are you sending her screenshots? That's like my thing. Like, why are you shocked that it got leaked or that she did some weird shit? Why would you even have sent that in the first place? If I know that somebody is like kind of weird or might take things the wrong way or whatever, I'm not sending it to them. Like, why would you? I'm confused. Third of all, there was never like no accountability taken. Like, you said you took accountability. Literally all the messages to Celys, yeah, you were just talking about how your cousin is weird. All these messages to Celys, mind you. Actually, I'm not gonna air out her business, whatever. But you ask her after sending all these messages. You ask her, hey, should I make a video? You get no reply. We're at loss for words. Like, this situation is literally because of you. So it's like, for somebody to sit there and be behind a screen like, oh my god, I'm so shocked, I'm getting all these DMs, all these comments. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you did that. Like, I understand you didn't send it, whatever. You did something wrong and you're not taking accountability for it. So I just feel like all the comments, like, honestly what really triggered us was the reaction to like getting these comments, or Celys making her video addressing it. It's like, the comments are being deleted, you're not taking accountability, you're just calling everybody weird, you're saying everyone's delusional. It's like, we're not delusional, we are saying it for what it is. So yeah, like the whole just like talking bad about her supporters or whatever just kind of like rubbed off the wrong way, and it makes it seem ingenuine. Not only that, but after your little like video or whatever that was, you posted a bikini picture with the same song that Celys used in the audio about you. So I don't know, it just seems very ingenuine. And anyways, this is the last video we are going to make talking about her, the problem, whatever. Everybody knows now, so it is what it is. The moment was ruined, so it is what it is. I was there since the beginning till now, obviously. So I've seen her go through her ups and downs, and a lot of the lows had to do with this whole situation and this whole social media thing. So for somebody to sit there and try to act like they're the ones that are like, oh my god, so hurt and so shocked and they can't believe it, when you're literally the one that screenshotted it, is just crazy to me. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and never address this again.
Now, after seeing that video, Genesis wanted to address a few things. She said, it can't be any more obvious that she's never been weird to me. You forgot to add the part where he said, my cousin was jealous of me, and that's when I said, I know that's right. Why leave things out? Laugh out loud. So here is what she is referring to. Someone said, nah, I believe Jen. I'm also her cousin, and I don't even talk to that other cousin anymore, cause she's fake and does everyone around her dirty. Don't believe our cousin, she's jealous of Jen. And that's where Genesis says, I know that's right. But moving on, under Gabby's video, she also commented this and said, in my video, I literally said I sent it to her and she sent it out. So now you have me confused. After that, I said we were both in the wrong. She also addressed using the sound Celys recently used and said, I didn't even know she posted a video with the song. Y'all are assuming anything at this point, like what? It's a song. Now, like I stated, many people feel like Gabby is being a mean girl. This person said, I love Celys, but I feel like y'all are ganging up on girl now. Gabby responded and said, not really. Celys was nothing but nice. I'm the only other person who has said anything, and it's a response to the girl's video. If she didn't want to reply, she could have kept quiet. Now, Gabby responded to a few other comments like this one that says, I'm not saying what she did wasn't completely wrong, but she's already getting so much hate, well deserved. The empath in me feels bad. Gabby replied, I'm definitely an empath too, but Celys be getting 10 times the hate on the regular, and she did it to herself. Nobody ever confirmed the ad until she posted the video. Someone else said, I saw her video like twice, and while I can see her point of view, I even thought that she could have expressed a little bit more accountability and remorse for sending the screenshot to her cousin, and Gabby said this. Someone else then said she made the video for people to give her traction, and Gabby said, I was told she's never posted this much. Someone else then said her cousin has always been weird. I've been that cousin's friend for years and I cut her off. Gabby replied, laughing my butt off, you see, you would think she would have had some common sense before telling her someone's business. Now, a lot of people feel like Celys is dragging it. This person said, so then tell Celys to stop talking about it. Celys dragged it out so much, making such a big scene for nothing. This person told Gabby, laughing my butt off, girl, shut the F up. Y'all are over dramatic like y'all real life celebrities. It is what it is. Move on. It's not a big deal. And your friend made it like it was. She was gonna come out with it anyways. Celys needs to chill. She's acting like she's famous or like a big influencer. Like, girl, be so for real. Now, Genesis has been getting some hate as well. This person said, you take a screenshot of the ultrasound to send to someone else is bad enough. Obviously, she didn't want anyone to know but her close friends. Stop making excuses for yourself. Keep your mouth closed. Genesis responded, not once did I make a single excuse. Y'all are weird. This person said, at Celys, at jcook, not super close, but on the close friends. Weird to me. Genesis responded, Celys was on mine as well. If I vibe with you and I feel that you're genuine, I'm going to treat you as such. It's not that deep. This person told Genesis taking screenshots is messy, period. Genesis replied, it's not messy when I was being genuine. She was messy for doing what she did. This person said Genesis is grimy and they could never have her and their close friends, and Genesis responded, nobody asked. And lastly, before I close out the video, the T page who leaked the ultrasound also wanted to clear something up. They said the screenshot showing a DM from them is fake. They never sent that to anyone. She doesn't know who made that fake DM. They stated that no one ever paid them anything and the only DM they ever sent was to Celys. But that is all I have on this video. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video.